Hey, what's up, guys? Hold on a sec. There it goes. All right, man. Some of the stuff wasn't popping up. The little scroller, price, whatever. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Everybody that's in here, everybody's watching later. What's up? How do you do? How's your night going? How was your day? Welcome to the stream, guys. All right, this is Obe TA. TA short for technical analysis. That is what we do here. We apply technical analysis to the charts, whatever it may be, stocks, crypto, commodities, bonds, whatever you want. Anything with a chart, we can apply this stuff to, all right? So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Welcome. Okay, as always, we started off with Bitcoin around here. That's what gets the people going. But that's not all that we have to look at, right? This is not just a crypto channel. It can be whatever we want it to be, all right? Let that be a lesson to you as well, lesson of the day. You can be whatever you want to be.
That's not good enough.
As always, brought to you by Voodoo Ranger. Anyway, I'm going to say that until they eventually sponsor me. Yeah, some interesting stuff, as always, right? These markets are often interesting. Some interesting stuff going on in the markets, though. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, take a look at Bitcoin, do some analysis, and try to spot the mythical edge. Okay. All right, so let's see here. We've got about 24 minutes until the daily candle closes. A little bit of an indecision candle, nothing really too decisive. Yesterday you had a bit of a piercing pattern, I guess you could say, almost a harami. Does look like it opened up a little bit below that candle, but essentially you're showing some signs of exhaustion here. All right, so as price is selling off, as it's going down, you are certainly making higher lows on the oscillators. You can notice down here on the RSI, illustrated by these white lines, you're making higher lows while selling off and making lower lows in price. All right, so you are holding still the $47,000 mark that we had back here from April 25th. This wick low, this valley back here, also treated as somewhat of a resistance over here in like September 17th. So you've just been trading around there, touching it, holding it since December 6th. All right, so you're going on day 9 of trying to hold 47,000 as support, and you're seemingly doing so, right? On the daily, at least. So I mean, you've had 1, 2, 3. You closed below it on the 13th, but then you came right back above it. All right, so it's holding on. You go over screen before. You have to scrape off your screen before you start driving. Uh-oh. You got pulled over for having stuff on your windshield. Is that what you're saying? You had ice on your windshield, so they pulled you over. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Welcome, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you, though. If I was a cop and I saw a guy driving down the road and his windshield was just covered in ice and snow, whatever, and I knew that person couldn't see, I'd probably pull you over. Yeah, I'd probably pull you over. Scream. Oh, wow, dude. That went straight over my head. I thought you were on the phone and got pulled over on your way back from work or something. All right, well, let's make it a little more steamy in here. Let's fog it up a little more. Oh, snowing. Let's get Captain Hindsight in here as well. He's feeling the Christmas spirit. All right, dude. Let's get back to it here. That one went straight over my head, man. Is that a law, though? Do they pull you over for ice and snow? Might have to look it up. Anyway. All right, you're holding this line. And let me go ahead. Let me get out of this view real quick. Let's take a look at the weekly. Actually, I could keep it that big. Look at the weekly, all right? So, zooming out, you've got this trend line that's been going since March of 2020, all right? This was right when the COVID crash happened. So ever since the COVID crash, you've just been in a nice uptrend. I mean, really, since inception, you've been in a pretty nice uptrend as far as the weekly goes. But from the COVID crash, notice this white horizontal line. I will redraw it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, dude. Get in the winter spirit. Christmas spirit, whatever, man. There's no Scrooges around here, all right? We like Christmas over here. Okay, let me go ahead and redraw this for you. So basically what we're doing, I don't know how this, add it at the body, correct? Yeah, so put it on the body. What did I just do? Why does it look different now? Hold on a sec. Hold on. Are we outside of it? Hold on. Let me move back to the daily. Why do I feel like I just missed something? Yeah, the weekly is going to be like this. Wow, I feel like I'm losing my dang mind. I know that was just holding. Anyway, I'll probably look back at this later and be annoyed with myself. Anyway, all right, you're trying to hold this trend line that you've had back since, yeah, this is correct. You're just right at it. So you're trying to hold it. You're, yeah, back from March of 2020, all right, the COVID crash. So basically, move back to the daily here. We got 19 more minutes. All right, so let's actually take a look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour, your last 4 hour candle, you had a big bullish engulfing candle, all right? And again, you've been testing 47,000 multiple times. So you also on that 4 hour candle closed right at the 50-day moving average, all right, this green line right here. So you are currently like right at it, all right? You really want to try and close above that. That is a level of confirmation as far as breaking back towards the upside if you can close above the 50-day moving average. And after the 50-day moving average, you confirm that, then of course you got to get back above 50,000. I'm not bullish on Bitcoin as far as really a reversal back towards the upside and back towards all-time highs and happy fun time and sweet dreams. I'm not there until we close about 53,000. And I had an accent when I said close about for whatever reason, I don't know. But break the 50-day moving average, head back up to 50. You need to start making higher highs and higher lows. All right, so this kind of stuff, like if you just come here and make a lower high, who cares, dude? All right, then if you get another one, I don't know how much patience the market can have for holding 47,000 if you make yet a third lower high, all right? Especially then below the 50-day moving average and everything. I don't know that 47 can hold like for a, what, 1, 2, 3, for a fourth time? If you get rejected again and make another lower high, dude, that's most likely you're going to break the 47 mark and head down to that 43 range we've been talking about, all right? But with that being said, you are showing some interesting signs here with this bullish engulfing candle on the 4 hour, all right? You are showing, look, you've got a same low in price essentially at 46,663 roughly as far as the bodies are concerned, and yet you're making a higher low on the RSI, right? The relative strength index. So what that implies is class B bullish divergence, all right? That is the second strongest version. It's when you have a same low in price with higher low on the oscillator, all right? So you have it on the RSI, which is cool. Match that up with this support line at 47 and a bullish engulfing candle. It's not bad, all right? Your current 4 hour candle is very weak in my opinion. You don't want to see these long upper wicks. Basically, price got pushed all the way up to about 49,559 before getting sold back down, all right? People started taking profits up there, so you don't want to see people taking profits when you're trying to break resistance, okay? And that's just, confirmation 101, all right? You want to see strong, big-bodied green candles breaking out, going up to the upside, okay, after a bullish engulfing like this, because, this could be bullish engulfing, turn into something like a shooting star at this point. Now, shooting stars usually reserved for moves to the upside, but if you move it over to the, what are we on right now? All right, so we move it to the 1 hour. Move it to the 1 hour. It's like, yeah, you had a big move up, okay, over these 5 candles here, but then you had an indecision doji followed by a big red guy, right? Just above the 200-day moving average. So you're showing, with this, it's a little more dramatic. You can see this big move up on the hourly and then paints like an evening doji star, all right? Right around the 200-day moving average, and now you're right back at it. So the hourly, if it closes below the 200-day moving average, it's not going to bode well for the 4-hour, which of course wouldn't bode well for the daily, which of course would probably make a lower high in the end and push us back down to 43. All right, so we're not out of the woods here with Bitcoin at all. All right, and again, like I said, we need to close above 50. We need to get back up here, get above 50, and start treating it as support, all right? And then we're probably going to reject here and then confirm it as support or something before running above 53, and then confirm that as support, okay? This is the kind of stuff that we need to start seeing, all right? We don't need to be seeing indecision candles down here, holding the 200-day moving average. Cool, good. Showing some signs of seller exhaustion, at least on the MACD and a little bit on the RSI now. So this could be it, but we got to get back above 50, and I'm not touching this thing until we do, and then confirm it as support. All right, that's what we want as swing traders. We wait for shifts in the trend. All right, we don't just try to time the bottoms and the tippy tops. All right, this is kind of scalper territory. We want to try and go ahead and get it after it confirms breaking major historical levels. All right. 50 being this valley back here from March 25th. 50 also just being extremely psychological number. So we want to break above that, hold it, confirm it as support before running again, all right? Confirm 50 as support. I would feel more comfortable maybe taking a little bit of a bigger position on Bitcoin. And maybe if the alts are still looking good at that point, looking at the alts to take some positions on those, all right? But you got to get back up there. All right. Look, I got all these sound bites now again, and I don't really know. I don't know what to choose again.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So, Danny, you're in here, dude. I got a couple of the spinners here. I'm gonna go ahead, give you a spin. If you land on Hades or Ares, you out of luck because I haven't put them in here yet. But hey, dude, if you get Zeus or Poseidon, cool. Or peasants on there, of course, because it's pretty simple. See how this night's gonna go for you. Peasant, dang. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. It's a nightly battle. All right, so just because you got it one night doesn't mean, yeah, you were really very close, but unfortunately in the end. On a Wednesday night on December 15th of 2021 at 6:47 p.m. You are unfortunately this guy. That's okay, though. That's okay. The next stream, maybe you get Zeus again, dude. We are gods or peasants for the night. All right, let me go ahead. I got to be fair and give myself one here as well, of course. Dang, right in between. It's the worst. All right, whatever, dude. It's a peasant kind of night. Peasants run the show anyway, man. All right, we got something to gain. All right, so yeah, that is Bitcoin. All right, holding on to 47, but I want to see some stronger price action here. I don't want to be seeing these indecision type candles at moving averages on the hourly indicators. All right. What I will say, if we move it over to a little bit longer of a time frame, look at the 3-day. So the 3-day today, actually, for the first time since November 18th, has started to wane in the negative momentum. All right. So if you can keep this up, essentially what you will have is hidden bullish divergence. Okay. So lower lows on the oscillator and the MACD and on the RSI. So lower lows on the oscillators, MACD and the RSI, and then higher lows in price. All right, and on the 3-day, could bode well for the weekly, but you on a 3-day time scale like that, I mean, yeah, you can see that get us up above the 50 mark in the coming, couple weeks or whatever. Who knows? We'll see. That's interesting, though. It's definitely interesting to look at as far as a little bit of a longer time frame. But you need it to continue, okay? Just because you got one day of an indecision kind of candle here, not a hammer. The upper wick's a little bit too high, so kind of just like a spinning top. Indecision candle nonetheless. All right, indecision means we don't know what to do. The market doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know if it wants to go up. Doesn't know if it goes down. It's not a confident move. The decision, if it's a coin flip chance, could be to the downside with that, right? So negative momentum could just continue to build. But yeah, we'll look, right? And the daily will give us an idea of the 3-day, the 4-hour will give us an idea of the daily, hour up to 4-hour, okay? And right now the hour doesn't look great. Hour showing that kind of evening doji star, and it's about to fall below the 200-day moving average, but we'll see if the 200-day moving average holds it. All right. Cool, man. Cool. So that is Bitcoin. Let me see. Taylor just walked in the door. Let me give her one real quick. I'm just excited that the wheel's back a little bit after everything got deleted. Well, damn, dude.
Godlike! Let the heavens rage!
It's unfortunate, Danny, that she got what you used to be. That is unfortunate, and you put it in writing, so it's kind of here forever, right? Let's move forward. All right, so let's move it over to whatever, period. Let's move it over to the disappointment, dude. I could feel the disappointment through that message. Let's take a look at Ethereum, all right? Taylor, I spun you, you got Zeus. Yeah, congrats. Well, you got it, so congrats. No. I can't really have a conversation either because I am live, but yeah. No, I haven't. Alright. Ask if I fed my dog. Have not. So, yeah, dude, let's take a look at Ethereum. Alright, let's move it to the daily. Alright, so the daily, look, is more of a definitive candle going on right now, right? We got 8 minutes, 24 seconds till it closes, but look, it's more of a body, all right? More of a body, more of a lower wick than a higher wick. This is a stronger candle than what you're seeing on Bitcoin. You are as well with Ethereum. Let me take a look. See, I don't love it, and the reason I don't is because you had a bit of a swing low back here. All right, so for me, I would count that as a swing low, and then this is just a lower low than that. So whereas if you were to anchor it back here, you would have the argument of Class A bullish divergence, and you could maybe even say that. You could get away with that, but it's not very strong in my opinion, just because you had that bit of a swing low. So for me, it's a little bit more of bearish convergence as opposed to divergence. But I would give it, you have pretty much the same low down here. So December 10th, December 13th, you had the low and then a lower low. So it's kind of Class C bullish divergence, so a little bit. And you are officially, though, above this peak back here from September 5th. So, well, actually, you're not. You're above where the highest point the trader set it up. You're not above the wick high, though, at about 4,033. So 4,000 closing above it is good. All right, 4,000 being the psychological number and everything. You want to close above 4,000 in the next 7 minutes or so. It does look like price is trying to push down below 4,000. So close below 4,000 would probably not be good. Showing a shooting star, all right, below the 50-day moving average. This is on the 4-hour for Ethereum. You're back below the 50-day moving average now, and that long upper wick is a sign of resistance, confirmation of it actually. So you're about to close below some important levels. Again, above 4,000, good psychologically, but back below this peak here from September 3rd, it's not super strong. After a bullish engulfing that was this strong, right? Very strong bullish engulfing, and that played off of some I guess you had, and that's just convergence, not necessarily Get a higher low over here with lower levels of negative momentum. So just convergence, and you can see that. Just look at the angles of the lines, right? Angle up, convergence as opposed. The divergence comes from opposing angles on the trend line. So you do though have Class A bullish divergence undoubtedly here on the most recent momentum, right? So here, low, lower low, higher low, and negative momentum. As far as the RSI is concerned, Class C, I would give you Class C, lower low in price, same low on the RSI on the oscillators. Yeah, I'll give you that. Here at around 33.14. All right, so you love to see bullish engulfing candles like this, and it could play out, right? Bitcoin's in a very weird place where it's like, could reverse here and head up to 50, but it's not showing really strong moves. So it's like, but Ethereum is starting to, right? So it's like the market is gauging Bitcoin strength and reacting kind of accordingly. You're seeing some of the altcoins start to pop and perform and bullishly engulf, all right? They wouldn't do that if Bitcoin really looked horrible at this level. So you're confirming 47,000 multiple times. Bullish engulfing candle. You're above the 50-day moving average now. It's showing some signs of life, all right? So it's good. But again, above 50 is where, and holding 50 is where I start to get a little more hopeful that Bitcoin will pivot back towards the upside, all right?
Are you guys having a killer time?
All right, so Ethereum trying to get back above the peak back here from September 3rd, close above it. It looks like it's going to close at it. All right, 3 minutes. You literally within these minutes is battling it out to try and get it above the close. All right, so we'll check back on it in 3 minutes. But for the meantime, let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Look at the weekly, man. What a beautiful, beautiful chart. You're holding that trend line too on the weekly, so it's kind of interesting. Because, I mean, really falling below that, your next level of support is going to be right down around the 50-day moving average for the weekly on Ethereum. It's also going to be at like 2,677. All right, lines up with the bottom back here from September 20th, which would be right at the 50-day moving average as well. So if you break this trend line and break this horizontal support, this green zone here, that's probably where you're headed. All right to the tip of that 50-day moving average, $2,793. But for the time being, you're holding on to it for dear life. Let me see. I want to make sure. I've been taking notes. I want to check my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay, yeah. So also another thing for Ethereum that's kind of interesting. The 4-hour, moving it back to the 4-hour. On the RSI here, the trend line, you did in fact break out of a trend line from the RSI, right? And this is all the way back to December 1st, all right? So about 2 weeks of this respecting the trend, and you had 3 touches, right? 1, 2, 3 touches. You have broken out of that RSI trend line, so that is a good sign, all right? It's a good sign. This thing could continue back towards the upside. It's an argument, right, for bulls to say, hey, look, we just broke the relative strength index trend line that we've been following from the beginning of the month on the 4-hour. Cool. It's an argument that you can make as far as the bulls are concerned that this could maybe be a reversal point. Again, you need Bitcoin to also reverse, and it's wishy-washy. Okay. It might, but things are kind of interesting, all right? We're seeing some signs of exhaustion when it comes to selling. We are seeing some signs. Now, it's going to take a few days to see if it just confirms when we make lower highs and that kind of stuff. So we need to wait a little bit to get a little more data. But some interesting stuff going on. Let me see what else we have here. So that's pretty much all we have. That's pretty much it. All right, but that was another thing that I missed there. The RSI trend line being broken on the 4-hour. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, let's move it over to the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. All right, same kind of thing, right? Look at just touching the 50-day moving average. That's what this green line is here. All right. Just taking into account the last 50 sessions of Ethereum, and then averaging them all out to get a price, all right? So the 50-day moving average giving a price, I mean, this is on Bitcoin, so 0.08 Satoshis is the 50-day moving average price. And but what you'll notice a lot of time is you will notice it come up and touch these lines and treat them as support and resistance. So, I mean, look how perfectly the wick comes up to touch before selling off. So not a traditional level of resistance. You could argue this peak back here from December 1st, also lining up pretty close with that. Definitely on the 4-hour. So it's just a level of resistance right here, but it just closed, all right? So 3 hours, 59 minutes. Let's take a look at the daily. Your daily candle, bullish engulfing candle, all right? So you had a bullish engulfing candle. Not only that, this trend line back from October 19th, you'll notice coming all the way up, 1, 2, 3, touches 4, and you got a bullish engulfing candle at it, as well as a historical line of support here from this peak September 4th. All right, so you just bullishly engulfed at a level of historical resistance at that time, but now acting as support at the bottom of the trend line. So showing hidden bullish divergence as well. So just another argument in the case of Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. Didn't really have it on the RSI. Maybe an argument for Class C, but really, I mean, obvious hidden bullish divergence for the MACD, right? Higher lows with lower low on the oscillator, bullishly engulfing at the bottom of the trend line at historical supports. All right, that's with the arrow pointing right here. From September 3rd. All right, so our argument as far as Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin has been beefed up by all of these factors. Okay. And what that means is that if you have a lot more Bitcoin compared to Ethereum, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to allocate some of that Bitcoin into Ethereum for the time being. All right. You are at the peak back here from May 15th, and this is a very discernible major swing here, inflection point. So I mean, you break that, yeah, you're most likely heading to the prior all-time high. Yeah, you break that, you're most likely heading to 0.088 Satoshis, which again would just be an outperformance of Bitcoin by percentage points, all right? Move it to Cardano. All right, let's check on the health of Cardano real quick. We've been looking at this, all right? We've been kind of saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches of the dollar. Spooky. But, may never even get there. We throw the Fibonacci on this thing from that dollar point. That's your obvious low. It's right at the 886, all right? So, not yesterday. Let me see, 2 days ago, December 13th, that's the last time we had that I did a stream here, closed below it, all right, which wasn't great, but you are now, technically, back above it. That is good for Cardano, all right, at the 886, showing signs of life. Not only that, let me see, do we have any kind of divergence on the daily or anything? We'll get a better idea on the 4-hour here. So I would say same lows, right? So springing, back testings, bringing up again, back testing, and then bullishly engulfing, all right, earlier today. Not only bullishly engulfing, but if we're running a trend line back from December 1st, the beginning of the month, technically breaking out of the trend line. So that's what I mean. There are some things going on here. I think you actually broke out of this as well, as far as the RSI is concerned. Barely. You're right at it as far as the RSI is concerned. But, yeah, you have broken out of a 4-hour supply line here. Next stop, I mean, you really want to try and get back above $1.41. All right, this positive momentum. Where did my RSI go? Why does that disappear sometimes? I don't understand. Did I hit something? Did I click the X or something like that? Whatever. But yeah, breaking down this trend line. Showing signs of life, springing, holding, $1.20 as support. Okay, like notice the price action on Cardano coming down. Right, just comes down, making lower lows. Okay, here interesting, broke up and then broke down. Right, lower lows. Now it's holding $1.20. It's sprung off of here and it's confirming it. Sprung off. Now it's bullishly engulfed. All right, so this is interesting stuff that's going on with these coins and with Cardano in here specifically. It's interesting. I'm not saying that it's the reversal point, and that's only on the 4 hour, right? So we're not even seeing anything on the daily. As far as what you are seeing on the daily is first signs of negative or positive momentum was yesterday, but continuing, all right, since what, November 16th. It's been all negative momentum. You finally have gone green at levels, you know, of deep value, the 886, okay? You might not get down to $1. If Bitcoin breaks down and goes to that 43 cents, then you're heading back to the dollar, absolutely, of course. But Bitcoin showing some life, the altcoins showing some life, it makes sense. So we need more confirmation. As swing traders, we need more confirmation. We need to get back up and make a higher high and start making higher lows, all right? Maybe you called it a peasant and it left. Yeah, maybe, dude. But if you're going to be that sensitive here, then you shouldn't be here. This is not a place for sensitive, soft peasants. It's a place for hard peasants. And peasants are hard, man. They work hard. They work in the fields, out in the sun. They bust their butt. And they're tough. And they can handle being called a peasant because they're proud of that, right? They're proud of the work that they do, the hard work. All right, so don't look at it like a negative. If anything, be a positive, right? Are you a expression? Are you a glass half full or half empty kind of guy? All right, be honest with me.
Okay.
Ask yourself that. All right, but yeah, Cardano, hey man, the bottom might be in. I don't know. It's tough to say. All right, Bitcoin closed. Let me see. All right, these long wicks are like kind of they're okay. I don't know why there's so many lines going all over the place now. But let me move back to the 4 hour. 4 hours is what we were looking at. 4 hour. Last 4 hour candle did close above the 50-day moving average. Now you're going to try and hold it to get yourself back up to 50,000. All right. On this 4 hour candle, if you come back below the 50-day moving average and close below it, that is not a good sign, especially after a bearish engulfing like this. With this kind of price action, you expect to see it get back up to 50 pretty quick. So if it's showing indecision and stuff now, it's probably coming back down to these levels at like 46, 45. And if it gets back down there, it's probably headed to 43 like we've been saying, all right? But, yeah, where were we? Cardano? Yeah, so Cardano, notice your local swing high back here, all right? It was $1.41. You want to get priced back above that. All right, so not technically showing any hidden bearish divergence or anything yet. You could make an argument for that on the RSI here. Nah, I'd say the peak, $1.41. So you got to get back over 57. Yeah, about 59 on the RSI. If you get over 59 and then make a lower high, you'll have hidden bearish divergence. At which point, dude, any more hidden bearish divergence, right? You break, like, look, it sprung, held it, and it's been holding it, and then it bullishly engulfed. So technically, it's held this price 1, 2, 3, 4 times, all right, at $1.20. If you develop more hidden bearish divergence, I really don't think you're holding $1.20 for a 4th time. All right, at that point, the traders just get fed up. They get exhausted. They get tired of holding the $1.20, and you break below the $1.20, you're going down to that dollar point. So, dollar point might be the trade of the century, right? Might be the trade of the decade, whatever. But it might also hold $1.20. Been confirming it as support multiple times. So, we will see, man. All right.
Are you not entertained?
Okay, let me see. Let me take a look at the weekly real quick. Dude, look at all the red on the weekly, man. That's disgusting. What I will say about the weekly, though, again, if you pivot as far as a body goes above 117, you will still have hidden bullish divergence. All right, so that argument is still in place for Cardano, which would mean a continuation back towards the upside. All right, now how high that goes, I don't know. It'll probably send you back up to at least $2. 40, was that 47, 43, $2.43, this peak from back here. But you haven't seen any kind of waning momentum since October 4th, since the beginning of October. So, but you could still have hidden bullish divergence. It's possible for Cardano, but these need to pivot like right now. All right, they can't handle any more confirmation of resistance or bearish divergence or anything like that. They can't. They're all at critical levels, and if they break below, they're going way down to their next levels of support. All right, take a look at Solana here. Solana above the 50-day moving average. This is on the 4-hour. If you move it to the daily, this peak back here from October 3rd. You are at it right now, so the daily candle that just closed did, in fact, close above it, which is good. You've got a little bit of a 3 inside up candle pattern going here. So the second candle inside the red, and then the third one breaking out above the body of the red. Maybe even if you wanted to call it a morning star, you could get away with that. But this pattern will be called a 3 inside up. All right, which is a bullish. It's a bullish pattern as far as candlesticks are concerned. The low, right? So you do have lower highs in negative, or I'm sorry, lower lows or higher lows. Good God. Higher lows and negative momentum with the lower loan price. So you are showing some Class A bullish divergence going on here on the MACD at least. Not really showing it on the RSI, just convergence, but I mean, that's something. All right, so showing some reversal signals. Solana, that's on a daily time scale, so it's not terrible. The MACD did get back above this this price back here, $176. You did close above this shoulder back here. All right, that's important. You wiped out the hidden bearish divergence that you would have had otherwise if you closed below that level. So hidden bearish divergence getting wiped out. You actually had one level. All right, so you had Class A bullish divergence down to from this point. Then you also had double Class A bullish divergence. So you're playing off of double Class A bullish divergence. Like a lot of other coins, a bullish engulfing candle down here. All right, back above a critical inflection point from October 3rd. So, dude, you hold $177? Hold $177. That's a very important level for you to be above. And it's like you'll probably see it tomorrow. If it falls back below that, it'll confirm it as resistance and come back down. But dude, Solana's not looking bad, man. Above the 50-day moving average, above levels of historical resistance. Showing double Class A bullish divergence on the MACD and showing what, Class C divergence? Hold on. Low. All right, so same low on the RSI. So same low on the RSI with the lower low in price. All right, so you have Class C, which is the weakest, but bullish divergence on the RSI. So you have double Class A on the MACD and then Class C on the RSI. So it's showing reversal signals here. It's also at this right at the 786 of the Fibonacci from the low back here, your lowest low on September 21st, to the high. So at the 786, you may even, might be a big harmonic. Let's take a look. 50%. So the 786, we're looking for like the 618. 429. Yeah, that's a little much. We're probably looking more at like the, it'll be something like this. So the 786, not quite deep enough for a pattern like this. All right, this is the potential for a bat, but the bat has to go down to the 886. All right, but right at the 786, somewhat of an M shape going on, showing signs of reversal here, man. Above the 50-day for the first time since the beginning of the month, since December 4th. So things are looking kind of interesting. Okay, this is the stuff that we want to start seeing. So Solana, I want it to confirm this, break the support, and then hold it right before going again. All right, and then that's when I take my position on Solana. But when it's trying, right now it's just testing the support, and it could easily just come back down and close below it and then go lower. That's not what I'm looking for. I need, as a swing trader, I need confirmation that this is now support, all right, before taking the trade and it going on, all right? And that's a lot of what this is. It's a lot of just watching, noting things, keeping an eye on it, needing something to happen, and if that happens, then take the trade, all right? It's not about any given moment, any given day. Is it a buy or a sell? That's just not what swing trading is. Okay, I can't tell you at every second whether right now is a buy or sell. It's showing interesting stuff, but I need confirmation of it. Okay, I need it to confirm it as support. Right now, it's broken it once. It's just above, but it might go back below and close below on the next 4-hour candle and then sell off. I don't know. So in 4 hours, if it holds it, and even if it just goes even more green or something, then cool. Even then, I would want a few more 4-hour candles to come back down, confirm it and hold it, and then start to pivot back towards the upside. All right. So it might take an entire day for me to get the information that I want on the 4-hour for Solana, but it's looking pretty good. The daily closing above that peak is good. All right. Let's move it to space. All right, this is one that we've been monitoring. This is an active trade setup that I've had in here. All right, and it's doing exactly what I just said, right? So we move it to the 4-hour. And just for context, again, I know we've looked at this a few times, but this price is very important, this zone, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now on the 7th time, touching it, holding it, confirming it as support potentially with, let's see, move it to the MACD. Class B, bullish divergence. Class A, bullish divergence. All right, you have a lower low on the price and a higher low on the oscillator. Not only on the MACD, you also have it on the RSI. All right, so if we're looking, just follow the line down horizontally. We're looking, right? Negative momentum on the MACD. We have, it's starting, negative momentum is starting to wane back towards the upside. Not only that, you have a bullish engulfing candle, right? So just notice bottom, up, bottom, bullish engulfing candle with Class A bullish divergence on the MACD and the RSI on the 4-hour. All right, you also had Class A bullish divergence on the daily back here from October 27th, sold off, lower or higher lows as far as the MACD is concerned. Didn't have it on the RSI, but it's okay, because what you are getting right now, RSI stands for Rocket Ship Index. Yes. When we're talking about Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson, and shooting people into space or whatever, we're talking about Rocket Ship Index, yes. Because when you start showing stuff like this, right, same lows in price with higher lows on the Rocket Ship Index, you get a rocket ship up in price.
Are you guys having a killer time?
All right. But this is exactly what we're talking about, man. Confirming this level of $13.70 as support. All right. And with a bullish and go. So that's what I mean, dude. We've got the divergence. We've got the candlestick close at levels of major historical support where price basically just goes straight up from there. Dude, it's perfect, man. This is exactly what you need. And it's the easiest stop loss in the world. All right, stop loss goes right down below 13, goes at like 13.46. All right. Keep your eye on this one, man. This is literally an entry point, okay? And if you lose, I mean, you lose like 6%. But the potential back towards, back up here to like 2172, it's a gain of like 42%. So, yeah, this is one that I'm taking all day long. All right. So we will see. Move it to a basic attention token. All right, so let's take a look at the daily. All right, so the daily showing, see it right on the surface here, Class A bullish divergence. All right, so higher low in price, lower on the oscillator. Negative momentum has been waning since December 14th. I guess we're on the 16th now as far as candles are concerned, but starting to pivot back towards the upside. All right, below the 50-day moving average. You did have a golden cross back on November 9th, all right, which gave you a nice solid pump. Now, when I say gave you a nice solid pump, it contributed, I guess, or it worked out. Personally, I don't care too much about golden crosses or death crosses, which are when the 50-day moving average crosses over, or crosses over the 200-day moving average. So this teal line is the 200-day, and the green line is the 50-day. When the 50-day intersects here and crosses over, it's what they call in technical analysis a golden cross, which implies that price is about to move up, all right? And when it comes back down inversely and crosses over coming this way, all right, it's called a death cross at this point, which you would expect price to go down. Now, it's a lagging indicator, so you'll notice like it crossed here, but then sold off a bit before running up. This is the way that it goes. It doesn't always work out. It is something that people talk about. I don't personally care too much about it, but I would throw it on top of, as long as there's other factors at play, I would feel okay with throwing it into your, if you were standing before a judge, right, arguing your case, you could throw, excuse me, you could throw a cross into your list of arguments, all right? Not super strong in my opinion, but better than nothing. Okay, but yeah, Class A bullish divergence going on the MACD and on the RSI. All right, so lower lows on the oscillators, higher lows in price, right around the 886. Let's do this. I would probably anchor this back here, honestly. So the 786 coming up, holding this this peak back here from September 5th, as well as these valleys back here, April 25th and March 26th, 25th. So this price here at, let's say, a dollar. Dollar also just being very psychological. It is holding a dollar pretty well. So bullish engulfing candle back up again, like a lot of other coins, testing the 50-day moving average as we speak. But pretty good price action following through from after this bullish engulfing candle at $1, as well as Class A bullish divergence, right? So we had higher lows on the oscillators with lower lows in price. Signs of reversal, man. That's it. All right, so get above $1.20. All right, and close above it to wipe out hidden bearish divergence. Because, I mean, you might just come up and that wasn't a good drawing here. You might make a lower high, all right? It could happen, but for the time being, as long as you get up and make a higher high than right here. Also horrible drawing. Let me use a horizontal line. All right, get above that with the positive momentum. Considering on the RSI, like if you were to pivot right now, you would have hidden bearish divergence on the RSI. You'd have a higher high with a lower high, all right? So you really want to get back above $1.20. Bullish engulfing candle at $1 though, with this follow-through price action, break the 50-day moving average. Your chances of getting to that $1.20 are better. And then once you get to the $1.20, break that and then hold it as support, all right? Make a freaking higher high for, you know, since what? Since November 28th. All right, make a higher high for once, and then here, right, like December 18th maybe, take the position on BAT. All right, but we need that confirmation. But dude, again, bullish engulfing candles at psychological support, showing divergence stuff. It's good. So I wouldn't blame you for taking a position here and putting a stop right below $1. All right, wouldn't blame you at all. All right, man. So, let's see here. Do I still have Captain Hindsight still in here? Yeah, he is. Chilling, dude. Chilling.
Focus is up.
BAT. Again, this stream brought to you by Voodoo Ranger. Anybody that knows a representative that works for the company, let them know that I say that so I can get free Voodoo Rangers. All right, solid IPA, good beer. Let's see here, Cody. All right, dude, so Cody is an interesting one, and Cody is actually a trade that I recently took, just because of what it was showing earlier in the day. So we'll move it to the daily first, and we'll obviously take a look. So Cody, what do they do? I forget, honestly. Something with sports or gaming, or I don't really remember, to be honest with you. Something to do with Cardano, I think. And they've been crushing it. This is a super bullish trend here, but so take a look at the oscillators, all right? Price has been selling off since November 1st, as have most coins been, right? So lower or higher lows on the MACD with lower highs in price, right? This thing's just been selling off, making lower lows. It's about to go positive for the first time since the beginning of the month, December 5th, all right? But so we have divergence on the daily. Great. It's exactly what we want to see. Perfect. Let's throw it in the bag. We have, and no less here. You see, from this low to the high, back up at the 618. So you're right at the 618 retrace, the golden retrace area, but also just holding this valley back here from September 21st. All right. As well as peak here June 3rd, peak here on May 26th. All right. So this point of 29 cents is historically a level of strong support. I mean, just look, September 21st touched it as well before exploding towards the upside. So you've got divergence at historical support. All right. But the 4 hour is really what we're looking at here. All right, because the 4-hour had double Class A bullish divergence going on. All right, and not just on the MACD, but on the RSI as well. Just notice price selling off, right? Price is selling off, heading lower, yet we're making higher lows on the oscillators continuously. So we had double Class A bullish divergence on the MACD for the 4-hour, one double, almost triple Class A bullish divergence on the RSI. Not only that, so we're showing all of this divergence at an historical level of support, a historical inflection point. We also got a bullish engulfing candle earlier on in the day. All right, and that bullish engulfing candle was exactly what, to me, was the trigger here, as well as all of this divergence at historical levels to get in on this. All right, this is also an active trade. You are above the 50-day moving average at this point on the 4-hour. It just looks pretty solid. These bullish engulfing candles are exactly the point many times where price reverses and starts heading back towards the upside and the low is put in. And you had a low back here December 11th, sprung up and held it again, right? Came back down to test it, tested it December 14th on the 4-hour, sprung up, and then bullishly engulfed it today. All right, so dude, strong stuff going on with Cody at this level right now. Take a look at the weekly. The weekly, you can even see it's just more discernible swing lows and highs. All right, back above the 618. All right, so catching support at the 618. Maybe I want to see what the 3-day looks like. So 3-day, yeah. So the 3-day, like even that, man, you have hidden bullish divergence technically on the 3-day if you can continue to pivot here. All right, so momentum never even went negative on the MACD, and yet you had all of this much lower levels of negative momentum, and you're making technically a higher low in price. That's extremely. If it could continue to do this, continue back towards the upside, and that bullish engulfing on the 4-hour plays up, dude. I mean, Cody, the 50% retrace, you're heading back up to like 40 cents. All right, and the stop loss would go. Let me clean this up. Not only that, you have this not a textbook harmonic, but you definitely have this M-shaped wave structure going on. It's right at the 886 from this wick low back here on September 7th. All right, so you're also dealing with the 886 level Fibonacci, right? These are just Fibonacci extensions. You're down at a Fibonacci extension of the 886, a deep value retrace area. Just saying, dude, this is exactly what we look for in assets. Multiple variables lining up. Now, again, if Bitcoin dumps, doesn't matter how good the TA is, it'll probably get wiped out. But Bitcoin is looking wishy-washy on maybe heading back up to 50. All we need is a few days of Bitcoin stable and heading back up for this thing to potentially make a big move. So, Cody, it's a good one. If you're looking for a trade to take, I'd say take Cody, put a stop loss right down at like 27 cents, 27.60 cents, all right? Cool. All right, let's take a look at Avalanche here. Avalanche had itself a day. The daily candle closed officially up 16%, all right? And the positive momentum, you're just about to go positive for the first time since November 26th, all right? So it's been a while, and you would have hidden bullish divergence on the daily here. Also playing off of this peak back from September 23rd, all right? So historical, what was once resistance acting as support with large amounts of hidden bullish divergence. I believe you even have it on the MACD. Yeah, you have it on the MACD as well. So hidden bullish divergence on the daily and the MACD. You certainly closed above the 50-day moving average here. This would imply, if you go back towards the positive, yeah, a move back to 146, back to the all-time high. slight Class A bullish divergence going on the 4-hour. This bullish engulfing candle, though, from yesterday was no joke. Came down, tested the 50-day moving average before a huge bullish engulfing candle, confirming it. You're now at the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour, so that's what you're currently battling. So take that in consideration. If you break the 200-day moving average and come back maybe and hold it and test it, all right, then it's probably right back up to like, yeah, 127 is going to be your next level, and then all-time high. But with what you're seeing on the daily, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, as long as Bitcoin holds, Avalanche heading back towards the all-time highs. But you got to break that 200-day moving average first. That's your next step, all right, on that 4-hour. All right, the weekly, you didn't have Class A bearish divergence or anything. So this thing could have room to move. And you have 4 days, so a lot of time for these candles to go. But you could potentially be closing out a morning star once again on Avalanche, which if you look back here from October 11th, I mean, look what happened after the morning star that you had there. All right, that morning doji star, it was up 156%. So something to pay attention to, all right? Interesting stuff going on in the markets. Bitcoin just needs to hold, man. We need Bitcoin to get above 50, close above it, and confirm it as support. If it can do that, then these altcoins will play out, most likely, and head back to their all-time highs and break them, go beyond, and we'll all be dancing around with money flying all over the place, and everyone's driving Lambos and whatever.
Okay.
All right. What's everybody doing tonight, man? Anybody that's in here, say what's up, say hello. If you haven't already, help me out, please. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. This YouTube algorithm stuff to get more eyes on the channel. I'd really appreciate that, because this stuff's important, man. It's important in today's day and age. It's so easy to trade retail, but it's also very easy with that access to get absolutely destroyed in a market where 90% of traders lose money. So if you're actually trying to trade, it's important to understand this stuff, because we're just looking for zones of value, right? We're not timing bottoms and tops. We're looking for areas of high value that make sense to get in at. If you're not looking at this kind of stuff and you're just believing the word of the heads of the companies, Hoskinson, whatever, Vitalik, all those guys, and they're just saying, we're going to do this, it's like, all right, cool. But you're just taking people's words for things. And in my experience, I've been doing this since, I've been trading crypto, since 2017, but my experience going off of people's words usually ended up making me lose a lot of money. So this really, apply it to the fundamental stuff, but this really can help you out in looking for levels that make sense to get in at, and let you know levels that don't make sense to get in at, right? So trying to spread the word, trying to help out some people that actually want to get involved with trading and that kind of stuff, all right? So that's really meant, man. I'd really appreciate it. Hit the like button and the sub, all right? And the Discord link is at the top of the chat, so jump in there. We're in there 24/7. All kinds of educational resources. I put trade setups in there. Whatever I look at throughout the day, whatever I think looks good, I'll shoot in there. And just hang out, have a good time, all right? So let's take a look at Nvidia, because it also had a fantastic day, up 7.49%. The daily, we can see it right off the bat here. Hidden bullish divergence, right? Lower lows on the oscillators. And if you stick around here, you will drill divergence into your brain. All right, it will happen. Don't have it on the RSI necessarily, but you do have it on the MACD. All right, you're back above important level. This low, I guess, they made from November 17th. Okay, so you're back above these wick lows. So that is good for Nvidia. I know Jerome Powell just came out. I'm not really sure. I didn't look too much into the statement from the Fed. I know that they were saying they were planning on raising rates a little bit sooner than expected, which I'm curious. And I know the inflation is all due to the bottlenecks that are occurring due to COVID and all that kind of stuff. That's what they're talking about. So they're expecting inflation will cool off back into like the 2% range come 2022, I guess. I don't know why they would know that. I might even be wrong on that. That's what I got from his video. But the market reacted favorably. Stocks were up, so I guess they're okay with that. And Nvidia being one of them. So you potentially, I guess, close a morning star here, holding a line of a trend line, right? This demand line coming all the way back from October 4th. All right, so playing off of that, potentially going back towards the upside. Obviously, first target on this is most likely the all-time high at 347.89. All right, so daily looking good on Nvidia is fine. Showing a big hammer, man. That's ridiculous kind of hammer on the weekly. A day in 21 hours. But if you were to close it right now, dude, I mean, that's very bullish, considering price got pushed all the way down to $272 before being bought right back up, back above these wick lows here from November 8th and November 15th. So it's bullish for Nvidia, man, which is crazy because they've been on such a crazy run. Just straight up, COVID crash back here, right? March 2020, just, good God. 567% in the course of like 2 years. More than 2 years, two and a half, I guess, at this point. But god dang. Talk about a return. Nvidia's been killing it. And looks like they're going to continue to kill it. Yeah, I mean, you even had some Class A bullish divergence going on in the MACD here. Very slight, but it's there. On the MACD, not on the RSI. The 4-hour about to battle the 50-day moving average. So again, get above the 50-day moving average, close above it. You're not overbought on the RSI or anything, so price could push back above the 50-day, beat it. That could be the confirmation that traders are looking for to push it back up to all-time highs, really. I'd move this right back here. All right, so Nvidia could have some more upside. Obviously, this is not a swing trade to take per se. You're buying it at basically all-time highs and everything, all right? But if you're in Nvidia, you could probably see some more upside coming your way, all right? Yeah, cool. All right. So that was pretty much it, man. Didn't really have too much else to talk about. So I'm gonna get out of here. It's been about an hour and 11 minutes. Dang, man, time flies on this thing. It's crazy. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. All right, I will be back on. I'll do another one on Friday. I think what I'm gonna be doing here is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Sunday, end of the weekend, right before the week. See how we're shaping up. That's most likely what's going to be. I'll try to be doing 6:30. Mondays might be a little bit later, but yeah, I will be back on Friday. But I'm in the Discord 24/7, so if you guys jump in there, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, be happy to let you know what I know, teach you whatever, man. Any kind of stock you want me to look at, be more than happy to take a look at, dude. I love this stuff. It's super interesting to me. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Hit that like button, the sub, all right? And I will see you guys on Friday, all right? But until then, remember to always keep it technical. All right, guys.